Hitting my head, okay. So today, it's September, aka Suicide Prevention Month.
Who knows?
Basically just like mental health awareness month type thing. And so I decided to do a video on coping strategies for depression or anxiety, because let's be real, a lot of us deal with that. Had lots of personal experience with depression in the past.
I've had a lot of anxiety in the past and now, so like
High school is just anxiety central, let's be
Right?
honest.
it's like it's not high school, it's welcome to anxiety.
Heavy topic here, but safe place to talk about. Sometimes it can get to the point that you want to end things that happens to people, and it's not something to be ashamed of, but if you are feeling like that, there's a suicide hotline in the US, I think it is, right? In the US, it's 988. And the national suicide prevention number is 1-800-273-8255, and I'll just put that up here. So if you're feeling any feelings that like are leading you to think about hurting yourself, then there's numbers to call. It's like apps where you can get in touch with people in your area too, I think, right?
Yeah.
If you have a good friend you can talk to, that could help. Just like don't keep it inside, because that will make things worse.
No, always go to a trusted adult. Like, it always helps. Like, whether you think they're not, like, how do I say this? Yeah, you don't want to shut it up inside of you, or else it just gets worse and worse. It's bad.
Okay, something that I found that helps me a lot. So I'm gonna be real. There was a time when I was thinking about suicide, and something that I found that really helped me was I'd make a bucket list of things I want to do, and I'd like think about my future, and that'd make me excited about my future. And so then that would help me keep going. I'm fine now, but like for a bit I was kind of in a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that writing down a bucket list made me more excited to keep going.
For example, you wanted to go
Skydiving in Bahamas. And I also put stuff on there like I want to get married, have a family someday, stuff like that. I want to get a good group of friends, which I feel like I've achieved. Stuff like that, and it made me more motivated, I guess, to get to those goals, to like have them written down and really think about that. And
write them down, put them somewhere where you can read it every single day.
for a while, I don't know if you're Christian or not, but what helped me was I printed out a picture of Christ, like a picture where he was like lifting, I'll put it up here, but he's like lifting you out of the water, or like reaching down to you so you can grasp his hand and he can pull you out. I put that on my ceiling because whenever I was feeling like really down, I'd like lay on my bed and look up at the ceiling. So I put it right there, and I just wrote myself like, don't give up, there's so much more ahead of you.
One thing that has helped me, there have been split seconds where I have thought about it. These are kind of like tough love kind of things for me, but I always thought suicide isn't the way. Like, I have family that I love, people that I would make sad. Like, I'm
Me?
not, yeah, and me. But like, I always thought, whenever I had those split seconds of thoughts, then I would kind of look at myself and say, what about my little brother? What about my older brother? What about my family? What about my friends? And I think it's not worth myself to make those people sad.
Because you don't take the pain with you, you pass it on. I've met a girl recently, just this year, that her brother took his life, and I know it's affected her and her family a lot. So even if you think that people don't care about you, I promise you there is someone that cares about you. Like, and just the people you interact with, like in everyday life, you have no idea the type of impact it'd make on them for you to not be there.
No matter what.
Also, if you get the chance, be the friend to other people, because you don't really realize it, but a lot of people have a lot more pain inside.
There are little things that happen in life, like when my dad was in high school, not even high school, like in junior high, he would always say hi to like this guy who looked different, you know? The thing that happened later in life with him, and my dad was like in a spot where he was like getting in a fight or whatever, and the kid that he would always say hi to came up, grabbed the kid who was bullying my dad, put him up to the locker and said, no. And the only reason he did that was because he thought that my dad was his only friend. So, little things, there are always people who care about you.
You never know who you could just smile at or say hi to, and it would make their day.
or giving someone a hug too. Like obviously not random strangers. Like look at that, you're my chemistry teacher. Hello.
Make sure they have consent.
Yeah.
Like you have consent, but like yeah, hugs
Just
do a
small
lot.
things. They help, whether you think so or not.
Okay, but another thing for anxiety. I think something for anxiety is when I started to learn, like, I used to have panic attacks, and I started to learn, like, how I'd feel when they were coming on. Like, my fingers or toes would get numb or something, and, like, I could feel my heart speeding up. And so what helped me with that is even if I couldn't control my breath in that moment, just focus on your breathing, and, like, that can help you calm down a lot more. It gives you something to focus on. And even if I was, like, mid-panic attack and I couldn't breathe very good, like, even just focusing on it and, like, trying to slow it down, that helps a lot. It's taking a step back from whatever it is you're doing and taking a second to, like, think about something else. Something that I learned helped me and, like, people I know is if you switch up something about your routine, that makes life a bit more, like, new and exciting. And it can be something as simple as just, like, I don't know, having something different for breakfast than you usually do, or, like, trying, I guess, if you're into, like, skincare, stuff like that, you could do, like, a new skincare routine. You could
get new clothes.
You could get new clothes. Change something about your appearance, that's a good one, because then that makes you more excited, too.
I pierced my ears. Like, I pierced my ears when I was 8, but they grew back in, and then I'm like, I'm gonna pierce my ears, and that was in, like, a really dark time for me, and then ever since then, I've just been kind of excited.
It's just simple things can make you more excited for life, and it helps.
Dyeing your hair, a lot of people think that, oh, she's in her red hair phase, don't go near her. No. She's trying to change her appearance, okay? And red looks good on everybody.
Try new things, people.
Yeah. Don't judge people. Shut up.
Is listening to, like, power songs, I like to call it. It's where you just, like, find songs that help boost your confidence and boost, like, your mood, because it's really tempting to just listen to depression like listen to depressing music or music that just makes you feel worse, because, like, sometimes you're just in that mood. And I want to say, like, that's okay, you know, like, but you need to pull yourself out of there at some point. It's also really good to keep happy music around so that you can get up.
Try and find, like, your uplifting music, because I listen to a lot of non-depressing music too.
Forcing yourself to smile, like, in front of a mirror or something, like, looking at yourself smile or just, like, smiling actually does boost your mood. Just even, like, lifting your mouth like that boosts your mood a bit more. And so even if you aren't happy, just kind of fake a smile, and it can help.
Learn this in therapy. Kind of sit there, breathe, open your hands, kind of have your palms out open so that way they're not closed in a fist like they normally are, or, like, kind of, like, just relax, open them, put, like, a little round your face, like, it doesn't have to be a full-on smile, just kind of, like, round your face out so it's not smiling, and then breathe. Look at just something, just blank, and breathe. That, it actually helps.
Oh, yeah.
Just opening your hands can just give you, like it's like, wow.
And that's something that you can do, like, in the middle of class, too. Like, if you're feeling a lot of anxiety during class, like, just open your palms underneath your desk if you don't want them up like that, and just, like, stare at a wall or something for a second. But make sure you do come back eventually, because you don't want to miss, like, important stuff. But you can take a second away to relax and get your life together a little before you go back to the work.
Yeah.
You can let us know. I'll try to keep the comments on. I have to turn them back on manually because, like, I'm a minor, and so YouTube's just automatically like, oh, no comments for you. Okay.
How dare you get good
if you want
comments on your video?
Well, if I do get negative comments, I just delete them, because I don't want other people seeing that negativity or me looking back at that negativity. So if you do post something mean to me, I hope you won't do this, because I don't appreciate it. But at the same time, like, just know I'm not really gonna care, and I just hit the delete button, so there's no reason to.
Just don't say mean things.
Also, yeah, just don't say mean things to people. Like, even if it's the smallest things, for some people can go a long way and hurt them, so. Okay, but the point of what I was saying is, you can comment down below if you want more videos like this, like, occasionally, or, I don't know, just if it helps. I'm also planning on doing one on stuff that relates, like, eating disorders, because I've been dealing with one for, like, 2 years now, and I think it's important to talk about, like, body image and stuff like that.
I mean, she posted a pretty good short to Victoria's Secret that you should just go watch.
Oh, thank you. I tried to put up, like, short things about what I've learned through the process of recovering from anorexia.
And that's only a small part too.
Yeah, there's so much. So, if you like these videos, you can do more on mental health.
I've been in actual classes where they teach me about eating disorders and they teach me how to deal with people who need the help.
Not really, don't take deal with as a negative
like
thing. It's more of like
a how to understand them and how to not like
make them uncomfortable,
Yeah.
I guess.
My job is to make people feel as comfortable as they can around me, and that's why lately I have had a lot more friends.
I hope that this helped. And you can like take these tips and like share them with other people too if you want, or you can use them for yourself, and just remember that there are people there for you. There are people that want to help, and it does leave a huge impact if you do anything to yourself. There are people that care about you.
And
I love you.
we love you.
Mwah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video, I guess.
Subscribe if you want to.